start once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the official press conference for the game between Ghana and Sudan. As you already know, the match will take place here at the Accra Sports Stadium tomorrow at 4 p.m. It is a mandatory press conference ahead of that fixture. This is the conference for the Sudan national team. With me here is assistant coach Ignatius Oseifosu, and then a player of the national team, John Meno. Gentlemen, welcome. First of all, before I take the questions from the media, I would like to find out from you how preparations have been so far since you arrived. First of all, coach.
I think it has not been bad. It's been good. The only problem is the training pitch for us. Not good like that, but we take it like that. But apart from that, the liaison officer, Kwamboache, has been fantastic, helping us with everything we need to facilitate our stay here. We are grateful to you guys.
Okay. Thank you, colleagues. So you raise your hand, you tell us your name, your media house, and your question. Please, let's be brief with our questions. Let's go straight to the point. Thank you. The first set of questions will go to the coach, and then we will also make room for a few questions for the player. Thank you.
Joyce Court. I would like to find out from the coach. You mentioned a major challenge being the training pitch that you've had. How would that impact the performance of your team against Ghana tomorrow?
Mainly, we play mainly on AstroTurf. So we are of the firm belief that we are going to have some a training facility that will mimic the one at the Accra Sports Stadium. We have not been at the Accra Sports Stadium yet, so we don't know how the pitch looks like. But of course, what they gave us at St.
Thomas.
At the St. Thomas there for us was not too good enough. And so, as it were, we are now trying to see how this pitch will be and how we will, like as it were, manage the game. But as it stands now for us, if we are likely to meet the pitch at Kwanas here, at the Accra Sports Stadium, I think we are going to see some awful football.
Next question.
Thank you. I'm Charles Wilson, Coach Ignatius. The national team that you work with now has not have any record of winning against Ghana in Ghana. Now, your boss, Sergio Susiapia, was the former coach of the Ghana Blasters. Do you feel in him that you have a mission of asserting Ghana for the first time in Ghana?
Mission, as in, the mission is to qualify for the AFCON. And it's only unfortunate that we have Ghana as our next opponent. But for us, we just want to qualify. And for us, any team that comes our way, we try to do the job and qualify. So it's not about beating Ghana for the first time or beating, but there's first time to everything. We had never beaten Mauritania. We beat them for the first time. So everything is possible. But for us, what is in the game will surely come, and what will happen will happen.
Ignatius Wilson, I'm Joseph P. Max Sports. First of all, I want to know how emotional it is for you and Coach Besiapia. He was coach of the Blasters some years back, and you have also been a coach of several Ghana Premier League clubs. So I want to know how it feels to be back to Ghana. And secondly, from your perspective, you've been away from the country for some time now. How do you see Ghana football now from your own perspective?
I'm not an emotional human being. I'm not an emotional human being. I work with my brain. So for me, it is not about emotions, it's about professionalism. And that's what we want to do. Anybody who knows me too well. For James, I think if you read his book, Leaders do not have to yell, you will know the personality he is. So as it is tough for us because we always believe that Ghana should be at the AFCON. We also believe that Sudan should be at the AFCON. So that's where the mixed feelings comes in. For me, Ghana football is on the right path. Football is not all about the national team. It has to do with women football, youth football, facilities and everything. And the last time I was in Ghana, when I saw Pram Pram, I think I was impressed, really impressed with the facility at Pram Pram now. When you look at what they are doing with the Ghana Women League and what have you, for me, we're still on the right path. Rome was not built in a day. There will be challenges. But I think that if we build on what we have now, in the next 5 to 10 years, we'll be a solid nation back again.
All right.
All right, Coach. I'm Asarabi, OSIKANI TV. With the absence of Thomas Tempate, Jose Pinto, and some 2 other players from the last team due to some couple of issues, do you think it is going to be somehow easier for your team in terms of the midfield play because Pate is a mainstay and last team has been there?
Did they post it on Twitter?
Sorry?
Did they post it on Twitter?
Well, it hasn't confirmed that.
Did they post it on Twitter?
Pate's expulsion. Yes, it is confirmed by GM.
Then I have to check it. Then I have to then
Okay.
do
So
some other
if
things
Pate is
because
going to be available, is it going to be
now I have to then watch videos again and see that really.
Colleagues, let's proceed. The next question, please.
Yeah, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
As young as you are, I saw an ambitious person in you, and it's helped you climb to where you are now. A very challenging ordeal. How challenging it's been that you get into a new environment. The now Crocodiles missed out in the last AFCON, and unfortunately you don't have your fortress to play the qualifications at. How is it affecting your performance? Number 2, nationality and work. At times, depends on the person handling the issue. I want to ask, would that play a toll, or has it been bothering you and James, Apia? These were since you had a group where your native country is involved. Thank you.
Okay, so for it's always been challenging with, especially when we don't play in Sudan. Me myself, I've never been to Sudan before. I don't know how it looks like. We've always been away. But I think the good thing for us is the first thing is that we have James Kosiapia, who has enormous experience. So he tries to keep it together. And for the boys, I always say that they want to do it for their country because for now, as it stands now, they are the only hope. They are the only people who bring joy to the country. So they look back at home and they want to fight because there are those out there fighting for the lives of others. So they are also here to fight for the joy of others. And that's what is keeping us going. With nationality and professionalism, whether I coach in Ghana or I coach elsewhere, it's about profession. If I'm not a professional, you will say that, oh, look at that coach, he's not a professional enough. Maybe after that you go to cry, but it's part of the deal. It's not every day that you will be happy. It's always a bittersweet situation. So that's it. It is what it is.
Good afternoon, Coach. My name is Eugene City. Now, for the World Cup qualifiers draw, Sudan was in plus 5. And then after their draw, in a group that has 2021 AFCON winners Senegal, 2-time AFCON winners DR Congo, Togo, South Sudan, and Mauritania, Sudan is leading in that group.
2 points clear of Senegal. Then for the AFCON qualifiers, Sudan was also in pot 3. And after 2 games, Sudan is second in that table. What do you think has been the key to that strong performance? 10 games, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 7 wins. What do you think has been that's led to that strong performance from James Kwesi?
Sudan is a big team. Because when you look at the group we are with, Sudan is with Ghana. Ghana is the biggest team. After that is Sudan. Because Sudan has also won the AFCON once. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So Sudan is a big team. And so if there are big teams in a team, in a pot, it means that we are able to also conquer them. But at the end of the day, as I always say, it is the heart of these people and the brain of Kwesi Appiah that is doing the trick, nothing more.
Last question for the coach, and then we will move to the player.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I am Dennis from Focus FM KDC.
Focus.
Your station.
Focus.
Yes.
Ah. When were you there?
Come again?
Since when have you been working there?
4 years now.
4 years.
He's a kid.
Ah, okay.
That answer you start from.
No problem. We shall be well, eh?
Looking at your orientation and Coach James' orientation in football, do you feel there's pressure on you to deliver to win against the Black Stars North?
Pressure to deliver?
Yes, to win against the Black Stars North.
Real men work under pressure. You are in Kenya University.
Yes.
Did they teach you that?
Yes.
Real men work under pressure. So you are even under pressure now. So for the coaching is a pressure job. Whoever tells you whatever, it's a pressure job. But for us to be under pressure to beat Ghana, of course, this is not the home of Sudan. So it is not a make or break game for Sudan. At least we can win the 3 matches in our home and still make it through to the group with 9 points. Do you get it? So it is not a make or break. And for Kwesi Appiah, everybody knows his pedigree as a coach. He has nothing to prove. Assistant coaches don't add anything. We don't have anything to prove. Sometimes, for 1 year now, nobody even knows I'm the assistant coach of Sudan unless you're a Ghanaian. So I have nothing to also prove because he has nothing. So it's just a matter of, that's why I said from beginning, from Muftau, it's only unfortunate that we had to meet. I wish this match never happened. That's the reality. Done.
All right, colleagues, let's move on to the play.
Thank you.
Yes, your players, as compared to the Black Star players, aside of you, do you have that edge that you can stand on?
First of all, I thank God Almighty for giving me a chance in this beautiful new day. And for your question, it's not the first time for us to be in the AFCON. Sudan is not a new team to be in this kind of competitions. Like God said before, we won this before. And I think you remember we beat Ghana before in Sudan and we qualified. So there's no pressure, there's nothing, we are very calm. And we prepared well for this kind of matches. And actually, I'm very happy to be in Ghana. And actually my favorite player is Gianna Samoa. It's a great honor for me to play here in front of his family, against his family, and he's watching. And I'm proud to play that I'm gonna play like him. Thank you.
Okay. As a striker, you made a move not long ago. You're still within, Libya. That's where you play. You've seen the defenders within the Black Stars, some top defenders. There's Salisu, there's Chiku. There's some top defenders over there. As a striker, looking at the level at which you play and your strength and your skill set, you think you have what it takes to accept them within 90 minutes to go.
I don't think it's a question that I can answer here.
Muftau. Muftau. Yes.
I have a mic My question has to do with what is that special thing Kwesi Appiah is doing that is shocking you wins since he took over as head coach of the national team?
Okay, first of all, I want to take this chance and thank Kwesi Appiah, Coach Kofi, and all the managers of the club. And it's a courage for you to put a weapon against your country. I don't mean that kind of weapon, you understand? But yeah, but like they are going to represent Sudan tomorrow. And Kwesi Appiah have experience. He was there in the World Cup before, and he was there in Sudan's championship before. He knows the Sudanese player very well. He knows what it needs for us as a Sudanese player to win. And actually, our national team is also full of stars.
Last two, and then we will be done.
Head of Sports, Eagle 104.9. Gentlemen, welcome to Ghana.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Very good, thank you.
Very good. Will you and your other colleagues turn the fortunes of playing Ghana here tomorrow? Because you check the records, you've never been able to do anything better against Ghana here when you come out of Sudan. Number two, are you also taking advantage of Ghana's last two performances, which have not been that well, and that is going to give you an advantage over the Black Stars tomorrow? Thank you.
Okay, first of all, like I said, our last match against Ghana in Sudan, we won them and we took the 3 points that took us to Cameroon. And we played against them in Sudan without a fans. So it's not that kind of big pressure. And the good thing is, Coach Kwesi Appiah, he teaches us to play under any conditions. Comparing with the squad of Ghana, that one and this one now, we able to do something today, tomorrow, in that way.
Okay, thank you very much, colleagues. The next press conference is that of Ghana. The head coach, Otto Addo, will be joining us. I want to thank you for your presence, and then also thank you to Ignatius Oseifosu and player John